What is up, legends? We are back, and what I want to do in this video, and normally what I would do, is I was trying to do this like every month, and I've done it twice already. We do it in Hype Watch, but I was already busy doing other things, and I didn't get a chance to do this in Hype Watch, so we're just going to do it now as a separate video. Hope you guys understand. So, getting right into this is the Sensory Tower revenue for December. And I just want to talk about it real quick, especially with all that stuff that's happening with China and the way that the market volatility is so bad right now. There is quite a bit of games that are in serious trouble that need to be on the oh no watch right now. But we're going to get to that in a second. We're going to start right from the top. Genshin Impact, doing Genshin things. Genshin, like, between these two games alone, in December is 57 million. They made 57 in 1 month. 1 month, dog. 1 month. Third in all of that is Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade. This is actually a really good game. I'm gonna wait until it comes global. They have so much VIP blocking stuff going on that, like, if you get like even one file flags and you in global, it bricks your whole account. Like, that's too much work. That's too much work. I had it happen once already, then got back in, and then it happened all over again. I'm like, bro, y'all doing too much to try to stop us from actually coming in. Like, y'all obviously making money now, and people actually going over there and spending, like, like, stop it. But at the same time, 23, it went up from 11 to 23. Like, bruh, this is going to be the next big thing. It definitely, it's just 100. As long as they keep it real, keep it the way it is, and JP bringing it to global, don't do no shenanigans, it's going to be the next big game. Puzzle Dragons is just all with. I don't know how they did 21 million. Like, what happened? What collab did they have? Fate doing Fate things. That Fate just goes between 10 to 20 million all the time. Dragon Ball Legends is the reason why Dragon Ball Legends is there making that much money. Is pretty much because of the new UI Goku is actually pretty busted and good. So he's making that much money. Nikkei is down in December though. November was part of Red Hood, so that's part of what carried in that. But yeah, Uma Masume, like, I'm so annoyed that they never make this global, because it's actually a cool game. I mean, it's horse girls running around. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's a cool game. Like, I like, it's just a cool game. Like, and like, it obviously waifu bait and everything else like that. So there's that, and just the way things are when it comes to that. But it deserves the money, is what I'm trying to say. Black Clover M, it came out halfway or a quarter of the way through November, but it deserves the 15 million that it's at right now. I don't know what it's going to do next month, because now is kind of like where the hype kind of drops off in that game, because like all of the really hype characters are out, except for Marceline, whatever her name is, the fire captain, and then Darkness, Asta, and all that type of stuff. So we'll see what happens now this next month if Black Clover M can hang on at this point, because all the hype is done already, which is insane because it's been like 1 month. But just a heads up, Summoner's War, the Summoner's War thing. What is interesting is where Dokkan is at right now. And Dokkan hasn't been doing well the second half of the year. It just hasn't. People just not feeling it like that. People actually feeling the Legends more than Dokkan right now. Last year it was the opposite, which is crazy. Last year they had pretty cool characters. I don't know, maybe this year people don't like the characters, so that might be the case. Hatsumiku, they always make that same money. Dokkan Battle and JP. Heavens Burns Red, they consistently between 5 to 10 million, and they're annoying too, because they won't bring this is an excellent game too that they need to bring over to global. I'll make videos on Heavens Burns Red. I've made videos on it already, but global it will be a mainstay on the channel 100%. Ensemble Stars, I don't know much about that to say anything about that. One Piece Bounty Rush seems about right. They seem down from last year. If I'm correct, they were making more, but it's going down. Blue Archive is kind of typical for where it's at. Fate Grand Order is actually down. This usually makes more than this. This is down. Memento Mori is down. I still don't like. There is nobody playing this game. I swear this is the biggest lie in Gacha. I'm gonna continually say that. When you go onto that game, there's nobody playing. There's nobody in the servers. You can't even get co-op in the lowest level of the co-op areas. It gotta be like one whale that just loves the game, that's just giving them millions every month. I don't know what he's doing if he is, because he probably god tier and just smash everything anyway. Fire Emblem. I'm shocked this ain't canceled, to be honest. They still 4 or 5 million is not going to get you canceled, because operation cost is probably like 500K. So that they're making money for it not to be canceled. But I'm like, as far as like, I don't see much hype or much going on with characters. They did all the hype characters they could do already. So it's literally fandom carrying. JP Dragon Ball Legends is just doing what it's doing. That's probably just always going to carry. One Piece Treasure Cruise, JP version. Epic 7 that's a wow. This time last year, I know they was like at 20 million. So Epic 7's a wow right there. Scary Time. Ever Crisis is at 4 and then 3 million. This is Scary Time for Square, because Square notoriously will look at this and be like, all right, this ain't worth it, and next it. And I'll be so pissed off if they're not doing anything wrong, Ever Crisis, except moving too fast. That's the only thing they're doing. Ever Crisis is a little bit too fast with the banners. They slow it down just a little bit. And I know this is crazy that we're in a time where too much content is a negative. It's that they're not giving us enough time to actually build stuff. They're giving resources, don't get me wrong, but that they're treating this like it's a PC game, and it's not a PC game. It's a mobile game. It does have a Steam version. And maybe there's enough people on Steam to facilitate that, and maybe that's why they're still continuously doing that, but it's moving too fast. And that's causing people to be like, well, I ain't got enough time or resources to summon on this, which really you're not supposed to summon on everything anyway. Even if it was moving slowly, you're still supposed to save. And then, when something really hype comes out, then you come through. That's the way you're supposed to do Gacha. But even with that said, it's still moving over too fast. Azure Lane is kind of disappointing. That's kind of like falling off. What you're seeing right now is the effect of the market. Basically, all these numbers, except for the really high people. I tell you, if you guys remember last year when I started to do this video, there was at least 30 to 40 games that was 10 million or higher. And that stops like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's only 12 this year. And there were 30 to 40 last year. That's how much the market is in the yikes mode right now. So now, once we get down here, this is where the starts to come in. Bang Dream, I don't know what that is, so we're just gonna ignore that. Azure Lane, we know. Tower of God, New World. I already knew that this was gonna happen to this game because it started out really hot, but I was like, this is just an idle game that they put some cool things on. This is not gonna last. And I know 2 million sounds good for this, but the cost of the IP for this game plus the servers on top of that, for it only to be getting 2 million, it ain't long for the world. Sorry to say. I don't know what the hell happened to Arc Knights. That's really not like what? Like there's something bad must have happened for that to go from 8 million to 2. Like that just doesn't happen. Like something really bad. Like did they go down for like a few weeks and people got pissed, or did they nerf something, or some girl was half naked and they put clothes on them and then everybody got mad? Because that's kind of usually the stuff that happens. Echo came in. See, I don't know if that's like the whole month. Echo came in okay. I'm gonna just say that's okay. That's not great. but it came in okay at the 1.7. Hopefully they see, the reason why that's I'm kind of like is because it came in with Icon, and Icon only got 1.7, and she's like the banger character. And then you have Levia, so they did back to back, which somebody obviously was paying attention to, like meta and everything else, because they put back to back Icon and then Levia. Those are the two like meta broken ass characters that they put back to back. There's more coming. There's definitely more. There's about 5 or 6 more after this, including if they do the Overlord collab and you know, put those characters out there, because there's 2 broken Overlord characters too. So then you have Blue Archive Global, which is not great. Reverse 199 is, I'm hoping for them that they get better on the 2.0, because that's definitely not great for them. Because I can tell you now that to run that game with the servers and everything else, with the fidelity that game runs in, it's going to need a good server. So it's at least got to be like a 500k server or something higher. And if that is the case, and it only made 1.6 million last month, that means they only had a bit like. So remember, they have to pay people on top of just like the server stuff alone, then like licensing, and then you like, you know, you have to pay people in the company and stuff like that. So, and then, you know, other taxes and everything else like that, building costs and stuff like that. That's not after you do all of that, that's maybe 200, 300k profit after you pay for everything. So that's why that's problematic. That's why Genshin and Mihoyo Hoyoverse, they could do kind of like whatever else. That's why that's a problem for Ever Crisis. Definitely how much that IP costs and how much it costs to run that game, and the fidelity that it runs in, that can't be a cheap server either. So that's why all that's a problem. Like, you look at that and think like, you know, millions and everything else like this, but once you start adding up paying for people's salaries, and I can tell you for one thing that Squaresoft has some people who make money on that staff, and they need to be paid. And some of them, their salary is like the profit. So, oh boy, Princess Reconnect JP version, that they're on the way out anyway, so whatever. Brown Dust going from 600 to 1.3, good for them. Another Eden is kind of in trouble. Hatsune Miku Colorful Stages, yeah. All of this right here, everybody in trouble down here, just 100%. Now we down to Global. Global made 1.9 and then 1.2 on Ever Crisis right now, so they in trouble. Like, that's really bad on Ever Crisis right now, because they had all the Christmas stuff. You had Tifa half naked in like 3 different skins, and they only made 1.2 million. They better get Italian porn star Tifa or something, because I don't know. Ever Crisis ain't looking so good right now. Honkai Impact still hanging on, as old as that is, and they went up to 1.1. Reverse 199 JP not looking good. Mobile Suit Gundam Engage, that's probably going to get canceled. Path to Nowhere, I don't know how that's still here. That's probably going to get canceled. Honkai Impact, that ain't going nowhere. Dolphin Wave, I don't even know what the hell that is. Is that? Oh, that's the swimsuit naked girl game. Yeah, why is that only? That's not doing great. Another Eden Global, that's probably not going to make it. Octopath Traveler, yikes. Everything Square, that's. I ain't gonna say it. I don't want to jinx it. Olympus Company, that's not gonna make it much longer. Aether Gazer deserves more money than it's getting. Sadly, I'm scared for them. And the same thing with Outer Plane. Outer Plane deserves more money. Punishing Gray Raven deserves more as well. Everything down here, Tower Fantasy, all of this stuff down here. Black Clover M and JP is a yikes. All of this down here is Snowbreak is just a yikes too. All of this is just ready for the chopping block. That you probably, after this video, you probably gonna find out they got a TOS. Like, not TOS. What's it called again? EOS. I'm sorry, EOS. Like, everything everything from Princess Reconnect down is EOS waiting to happen. Aster to wow, that is bad. Aster ain't coming global. Counterside, like all of this down. Tax Symphony, Echo, as you can see, Guardian Tales, Bang Dream Global, Battle Chronicles, that's probably gonna get canceled. Neural Cloud, Girls Frontline, Alchemy Stars, don't know why this is a different outside of the global, but that's gonna get canceled. Girls Frontline, Neural Cloud down here, JP, Tax Symphony Global. That's like less than what it costs for the server. Archland ain't coming global. Artery Gear, I didn't even know that still exists. Hegan, wow. See, Hegan's fault. If you guys remember, Hegan had no business releasing when it did next to Star Rail. Like bruh. Hegan, like, poor Hegan. Hegan don't deserve that either. Like, a lot of this stuff is bad management. Hegan is 100% bad management. And the problem is, again, like I told you guys in videos before, is that they get people just literally off the street and make them game devs. That's the way that it works in some of these Asian companies, and that does not work. You need to have somebody who looks at the market. You need to have somebody who knows what communities want. You need to have a community person actually paying attention. Classic example of that is Street Fighter Duel. They do not have anybody in that company who actually pays attention to actual stock prices, who actually pays attention to what goes on in a gaming community, that actually pays attention to what's going on in their own community, that actually pays attention to gacha rates and limits and what you should and shouldn't do. It's just a group of people that have egos and think that they're right, and they'll just run the game into the ground because the company will just give them another game to run into the ground. And that's what Asian companies do over and over again. That's what they've been doing for the past 15 years in gacha. And they got to the point where they crashed the market. Not us as the consumer, they crashed the market. They decided that they wanted to go idle everything, and that was going to work because it's more cost effective, because it only costs like maybe $50 to $100 to make an idle game. Yes, that's how much it costs. You can look it up right there in Unreal and Unity stores. The stuff that actually make those idle games that you see coming out every week is sitting in the Unity and Unreal store for like, and actually right now it's on sale for $35, dog. The entire suite that usually costs like between $50 to $100 to maybe even sometimes $200 is $35 right now. So you about to see about 1,000 more of them BS ass games because you know somebody gonna swipe the credit card or they're gonna use their Christmas coupon or whatever gift cards that they got from their relatives and be magic game devs for a month and make an idle game, and then we're gonna have to suffer and look at it because it's gonna get popular somehow and start popping off, and then another company's gonna see that and be like, I could do that. And that's literally what's been happening for the past 2 or 3 years, and why we've been cursed with it and what crashed the market. Basically, on top of them doing that while we had a pandemic on top of that, which made the server price go up, and that's why you're looking at all this stuff right now and why nobody's making money. And I warned you guys that when Precon got popular, that is a craptastic game, and you cannot set the precedent. This right here, this BS ass game. Why did they do that? This BS ass game, Princess Cone Reconnect, that everybody decided that they wanted to actually do that, and that they can make a clone, and proceed to make 2,000 of those clones and crash the whole goddamn market. And I remember people were like, you hated, why you hating? Everybody could like what they like. I was like, no, y'all don't understand what this particular game is going to cause. And now you gotta live with it now. So I hope in the future when they give like all the good stuff, that you roll with the good stuff when it comes out. That when DMC comes out, because that's actually a good game, that's going to be out in a few weeks. When DMC Mobile comes out, roll with it. Encourage companies to make more stuff like that, where it's actually programmed properly, where they actually give you good summons, because they give you a lot of summons in that game. There's 2 games that's going to be coming out. I can't remember the other one, but DMC, when Solo Leveling comes out, as long as Netmarble don't be Netmarble and it's okay, roll with that. Support that. Support the games that matter. And the cool thing about the community right now is you guys are supporting Honkai Star Rail. And I want to talk about that real quick. Honkai Star Rail is the best made game out of all of these right now. It's the best made game. They actually try to give you currency, which is ironic because this is the same company that runs Genshin. Genshin don't give you a goddamn thing. But Star Rail, whoever's the lead design and dev for Star Rail, they just give you stuff. They know what, we got an event. We got this next event. Oh, you done with all that? Here's another event. More currency. Oh, you need more currency. Genshin be like, 3-year anniversary. Oh, here's a summon. Bye. But watch this Genshin video by this next waifu that you're gonna have to spend $600 to get to 6-star or whatever you want to do, when you can just kind of like 0-star it and blow everything up in Genshin, because the lead dev in Genshin said that he want the game easy, so you can face roll your head on the keyboard and play it and give them money. Genshin is the biggest ripoff, and I like the game, but I literally do not play the game because of the lead dev, because the lead dev is a moron. That's the reason why I don't play that game. Not that it's bad, not that I'm hating on anybody else. I don't like Genshin's community. Let's keep that rate, keep that 100, because this is the most toxic community ever. But I don't not play it because it's bad. I don't play it because of the people who make it, basically. And it's not the same people who make Star Rail, because I wouldn't play Star Rail either if it was the same people. I don't like a dev telling the community, y'all not good enough to play the game, so we nerfed it. That's basically saying you're stupid. And as a person who's making a game, it's insulting. It's just insulting. You told the whole world y'all just bad, and we made the game bad because y'all bad. Absolutely not. I will not be one of the people in the Genshin crowd. I just won't be, because I don't believe in that. So I will catch you guys next video. Peace. See you soon, and I hope you enjoyed this and take some perspective on this, because it's sad and good at the same time. But keep supporting Star Rail, though. I appreciate that. And Decay is actually becoming a really full-fledged game, and I'm happy to see Decay getting money they deserve too. Peace.